What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to day 57 of Autodesk Fusion. Today I'm working on the Automata from the bottom up. I'm going to talk for about 10 minutes and get as far as we can into the project, and then we're going to cut off there and then continue on with the next video. So what I'm going to do is, we've logged into our Autodesk account. How do we set up things from here? I recommend if you're doing a large project, you start on this end. That way, you know things are directly where you want them to be. So what we got here is we've got our project folders. What I want you to do is do a new folder and then do first initial, last name, and then whatever project you're working on. So this is a Williams Automata. And now we already got a folder with this name because I've already started this video. So if there's nothing in this folder, and then everything we're going to be doing in here is going to be tossed into here to be referenced. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now look at the Fusion side of things to look at what the Autodesk Drive account and how Fusion, the desktop application, talks to each other. So in the top left, you have these 9 buttons. This is the data panel. And so what we got here is our PLTW account. So I'm going to click in there. And then you'll also find out we have my Automata. So I'm going to double click in here. So now I've told Fusion I'm just going to be in here for this project. So when we start making things, should be and typically auto save into some of these things. So what I'm going to do first is let's go ahead and build that bottom. So the bottom of my Automata box is going to be in inches. So my units right here are changed active units to inch. Alright, so let's go ahead and start to build that. So that box, if I remember correctly, is 4.5. So that's going to be 4.5 by 4 inches. And then we're going to click Finish Sketch. And then I hit the E key for extrude, and we're going to make this 1/4 inch in thickness. We're going to also make this a new component. Click OK, and then call it done. We're going to name this component. We're going to call it bottom. That way, when I start to throw my assemblies together and I start to put a lot of different components together, we know what is called what. So even though this is one design file for just this bottom piece, make sure you're still calling this component bottom. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and save it. And we're going to call this, let's say, A. Williams bottom. Alrighty. Now, if we're going to be a little bit correct, let's do this. Let's take us one step further. This material is called MDF, so I'm going to hit the A key on my keyboard, and it's going to pop up the Appearance tab. And we're just going to type in MDF. And we're going to hold down, drag it over, let go. Now my particle board has the appearance of MDF. Alrighty, and we're going to go ahead and call that done. So that what I can do is I can actually close out of this, and you see on this panel on the left side everything's automatically being uploaded. So as I'm saving pieces and they're being thrown in there, it's easy for me to reference them later. So if I closed out on it, I can double click, and there we go, we've opened it. But since I don't need it for right now, I'm going to go ahead and just get it out of my way. So let's go ahead and make another piece. Let's go ahead and let's not waste our time making pieces if we don't need to. So what I do know, I'm actually going to say, is that my bottom piece, my top piece, are very similar. They have the same dimensions. So how do we make most effective use of our time? And I'm going to right click and copy. It's going to go ahead and be in that Automata folder, so A. Williams Automata. I'm going to go ahead and click on copy. And so right here, we have the same copy of that top and bottom piece. We've just took our work and we've duplicated it, so that way I didn't have to go back and make something else that's kind of already made. You might be asking, why do they need to be different? Well, we're going to be drilling holes in our top piece here soon, and so we need to be able to have those pieces differentiate. But right click, and we're going to rename this, and we're going to name this top. And there we go. We've got our top and bottom pieces, 2 different design files. I'm on a roll. Let's get going. All right, for our side pieces. our side pieces are going to have, let's make sure if we do this measurement correctly. So I'm going to pull up that top piece, and I'm going to hit inspect, and we're going to inspect what the length of this is, and that's 4 inches. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a sketch, and it is going to be a rectangle that is 4 inches in width and 4 inches in height. Hit finish sketch. Hit the E key on my keyboard. We're going to extrude this out 1/4 inch, make it as a new component, and then click OK. I'm going to hit the A key on my keyboard. Appearance tab is over here to the right. Going for MDF, and boom, we have our side piece. So what I'm going to do is save this and just call this A Williams side and save. Alrighty. Now, the same thing we did the top and bottom, how we made copies of them, we're going to do the exact same thing with the side. Because if I'm going to actually be really specific, we're going to put the left side. Oh, I did not hit enter. Let's fix that again. Left side. Alrighty, hit right click, make a copy. Copy. And rename right side. Now, if your left and right side of your automata are the same, you can pull in this same piece twice. But if we're doing truly bottom-up design, I really want you to make a different design file for every piece. Alrighty, let's continue on. So we got our left and right, we got the top and bottom. Now all we need is the back. So what I'm going to start to do actually is I'm going to close out on these, and I'm going to start with my automata. So let's go ahead and call this, let's save it. Let's call this A Williams Automata. Alrighty, now let's go ahead and throw in some of these pieces. So we got the bottom, we got the left, we got the right, and we also have the top. Now if you noticed, when I was building those pieces, the top and the bottom were built in a particular work plane. That allows me to not have to twist them around and move them. That's just good design thought process when you're building pieces downstream. Just comes with experience and tinkering around with it. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, so I've got my 4 pieces right here. Now the one thing I want to talk about right now is, you see on right here, all of these have this linked symbol. So if I were to do a change to my box right here, it would go back and change what it looks like on the left side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a hole right here on my left piece. It's going to update in my automata because we're doing truly bottom-up design. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is right-click, find my bottom piece, and let's ground it. Click on Joint. Let's capture that position. Let's go ahead and join the center of this to the center of that. And that's going to be a rigid constraint. Everything is looking okay. Alrighty, now let's go ahead and do join. It's going to be the center of that line with the center of that line. Now let's go ahead and flip it. There we go. Alrighty, if you notice, what I ran into a little bit of a problem was that my work planes, what I originally selected, were wrong. And so if we flip that component, it changes your work planes kind of. So if you notice that your part is closely almost lined up, that's just the opposite of what I was looking for. Go ahead and flip your work planes, and there we go. We're looking good. Alrighty, and last one, we're going to join. We're going to join that edge with the center of that edge. And click OK. Alrighty, we're looking alright, folks. The only thing I need to do is make my back piece. So what I'm going to do is make sure that my back piece fits. I'm going to do inspect. We're going to inspect the distance between this line and that is 4 inches. So we need a 4 inch. And let's do another inspect by 4-inch square. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do then now is actually 4x4 is the dimensions of my left and right side pieces. So what I'm going to do is right click and click on make a copy. Copy. Alright, and then rename this. We're going to call this A. Williams, and we'll call it back. Bring this in. And there we go. Let's go ahead and rotate this just a little bit. Rotate that 90 degrees. Let's pull it on back. Click OK. Alrighty, we're going to do join. We're going to join the center of this line with the center of that line right there. Alrighty, and everything looks okay so far. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so that's what we have right now, is we have our Automata box made. We have the design file where all those pieces are starting to be thrown into it, and we've got one design file for each individual part. If you have a good recording sense and good kind of documentation, this bottom-up design can be pretty easily because you've recorded everything really well and you've got your specifications. For the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to start drilling in holes on our individual designs and seeing how they affect the Automata design downstream. Alright guys, that'll be it for this video, and I will catch you on the next one.